Today we're looking at a quick way to create realistic weld details in hard surface models. Here I have this bollard prop that I want to add welds to. It's been modeled for subdivision as I'll need to sculpt the weld details in via a multi-res modifier. You can sculpt with your mouse and don't need a tablet. First though, we'll need to bevel the concave corners that I want to add the weld detail to. In this case I'm removing the concave loop and re-adding it as a support loop, but the bevel modifier would also work here. Now I have the bevel in, I'll apply any modifiers and then add a multi-res. The welding detail will need a fairly dense mesh to look right, so I'm going to subdivide 5 times. Now I'll switch to sculpt mode and duplicate the brush so I can customize it into a new brush which I'll name Weld. I'll set the size unit to scene and the strength and normal radius to 0.6. Next I'll set the brush hardness to 0.2 and auto smooth to 1. In advanced, check accumulate on. In stroke, we'll set the method to line and the spacing for a MIG weld is around 60, but you might want something smaller for a TIG weld look. Again, I'll set the spacing distance to scene so that the size of the weld isn't relative to the camera distance. I'll make the brush just a bit wider than the bevel so the details spill past it a little. Now I can start dragging the line brush across the beveled sections where I want the welds. This technique will serve you well when adding weld details to your models. It works best with subdivided mesh, but this could also work with lower poly mesh using the dynamic topology option. Hopefully this gives you a faster, more reliable approach to adding weld details to your hard surface models. If you'd like to support the channel, leave a like and subscribe for more Blender Bitstream. Thanks!